This new episode is dedicated to a complete teardown of VanMoof X3 bike. You know my passion for VanMoof design and bicycle. This channel is all about getting them back on the street and teaching you how to do it yourself. Just a quick disclaimer. I am not an official VanMoof technician, just someone who enjoys fixing bikes. What you're about to see is part of my learning journey too. So if you think I could have done something better, feel free to leave a comment or join the conversation on Reddit. This particular bike was donated by a friend after failed repair attempts. It was considered beyond economical repair and left outside for a long time. Both cartridge and battery were not recoverable. Let's get started. Here are the tools you'll likely need to fully disassemble the X3. There's no exclusive VanMoof tool required except the anti-theft key for the wheels, so you can definitely fix it yourself. We'll begin with the front wheel, where the motor is located. Start by unscrewing the two small screws with a 3mm Allen key. This is where the smart unit connects to the motor. Remove the plastic guard to reveal the connector. Disconnect the wires, then use the anti-theft tool to remove the nuts on both sides. Give the wheel a shake, it should come off easily. Now onto the rear wheel. Remove the rear chain guard using a 2.5mm Allen key. Then unscrew the chain tensioner at the back using a 4mm Allen key. Next, take off the notorious failing E-shifter. Begin by removing the tube cap to access the connector. Disconnect it. Then remove the single screw with a 4mm Allen key. With that done, use the VanMoof anti-theft tool again to remove the wheel nuts. The wheel should come off smoothly, just make sure the chain is out of the way. These two steps are crucial if you ever need to replace a tire or tube, so consider bookmarking this video for future reference. Next up, let's remove the Kicklock. Locate the small holes on either side of the pin. Insert two tiny Allen keys or any sturdy pins into the hole, then unscrew it. If they're stuck, apply some WD-40 or any lubricant. Then, using a Torx T25 key, remove the two stainless steel screws to access the connector. Unplug it, done. Let's move on to the smart unit. Start by unscrewing the seat post clamp on the frame with a Torx T30 and remove the saddle post. Under the top tube, there are several small screws. Use a Torx T8 key to carefully remove them. They could be fragile. Important, unlock your bike before removing the cartridge or you will trigger the school icon and a loud alarm. In my case, everything was dead, so no alarm. Now push the cartridge out through the seat post hole. On the X3, the speaker unit is not included in the smart unit the way it is on the S3s. Now I'm here. I will remove the front light, unscrew one of the tiny screws under the front frame with your Torx 8, and then you can unplug the connectors with a tiny flat screwdriver. Now let's go to the underside of the frame to remove the battery. Using a Torx T27 key, unscrew the bottom cap from the battery. Then you can start on the easy side. Then move to the chain side. Apply gentle pressure to the plastic cover. It's soft enough to push through with the key. Move the pedal sensor connectors aside. Then firmly pull out the battery using pliers if needed. As you can see here, the battery here was still wet, which is never a good sign. Now let's move to the chain. Use the chain tool to remove a link and loosen it. Next is the crankset. Start with an 8mm Allen key to remove the crank bolt. Then use a crank puller to press against the bottom bracket and release the crank arm. Repeat the same process on the other side. If you are enjoying this, consider subscribing to support the channel. There's also a plastic dust cap on the bottom bracket. Pop it off gently using a pin or a small tool. Then use a cassette removal tool. Be mindful not to twist any cables. The threading on this side is standard, so no need to overthink it. Push the bottom bracket through and the cable will come with it. Since this is a Bafang motor, you can find affordable replacement part on AliExpress. For the other side of the mod, follow the same removal steps, but note that the threading is reversed on the change side. Let's move on the cockpit area. Unscrew the stem with a 5mm Allen key, then gently lift it, being careful of the internal cables. Disconnect it with care. To remove the top cap of the handlebar, use the same 5mm Allen key. Free the wires by pressing the small plastic hook inside with a flathead screwdriver or pin. Now, let's remove the front fork. Be gentle with the motor cables that pass through the fork to avoid damaging them. If you plan to replace the fork, you will need to run a guide wire through it to pull the cable back through. Now, the pièce de résistance, the wiring harness. First, I used a plier to remove the plastic trim separating the battery compartment from the main tube. It holds the cable harness. Then, I remove the screws that hold the smart unit and battery plates. I will continue the teardown by removing the speaker unit located on the front. All the components are disconnected, so now it's time to remove the entire harness. If you're replacing the harness, use a string or guide wire to help reroute it through the frame. Make sure all connectors are free. If necessary, gently push them through the main frame tube. It can be a bit tricky, but don't rush. Damaging these cables means soldering, and trust me, you don't want to do that. On X3, the base plates are really blocking the move. So as you can see, it's a tedious job. Once you're in the back under the tube, slide everything out. You will see the full wiring harness come out in one piece. Some issues can come from faulty wiring harnesses, so even if you don't tear down the whole bike, now you know how to replace it if you ever find a spare one. Thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments what you'd like me to disassemble next. More videos are on the way, and if there's anything you want to see, just ask. I'd be happy to film it and walk you through the process. Thank you. Bye.